Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 4, Episode 9. You guys, I'm at the I just got my eyebrows done. I'm in a new location. There's a whole bunch of Indian folks around here. They keep on walking by my car like, what is she doing? But anyway, you guys, we gonna get through the video. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, first up, Kalina and Tony. You know, she is in the kitchen cooking up breakfast. And in walks Tony, okay? He just like, oh, sure smell good in here, baby. What you got cooking? She was just like, really, nigga, this is what time you get home, 10 o'clock in the morning? Last I saw you, you was going to the club last night. Where the fuck you been? He was just like, baby, you know what it is? I was working. I was at the club, okay? But 10 o'clock in the fucking morning, Tony, I was just like, okay, now the clubs out here in Atlanta, they close at 3. I'm gonna give you 4 o'clock to clean up around the club, drive it on home. I give you an hour to get home, okay? 5 o'clock, nigga, you supposed to be there. But you know what, Tony? He got that covered too, y'all. He tell her that when he left the club, then he went to the studio. Because, look, he just invested $75,000 of his own money into this damn club. So, you know, he can't just be sitting back and waiting for the club to make the money back. He still got to make this sweat. Anyway, so she was just like, you know what? I don't appreciate the fact that you don't call, you don't text, you just be gone, okay? And I'm sitting up in this fucking house. I just had this goddamn baby. I'm trying to sing in the studio with the fucking baby on my titty, trying to breastfeed, okay? I'm trying to keep this house together. I'm trying to keep this marriage together, okay, nigga? You ain't even trying to listen to my music. And he was just like, oh, so this is what this is about. You got a problem with me being out because I'm not catering to Kalina's needs. What you don't understand is this money ain't fixing to make itself, baby girl. Kalina was just like, yeah, but this is the shit that you was doing back in the day when you was hanging with Kevin. You was fucking around when I was pregnant with Meshach. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. So anyway, he was just like, oh, so this is what you gonna do. You gonna bring up shit that's happened in the past. She was like, well, if you're doing past like behavior, then my mind is in past, okay? Nigga, don't act like that no more, and then I won't be like this no more. But you know what? Tony was just like, well, I got something good for you. I'm tired of managing. That shit ain't doing nothing, and I got to make some real money out there in these streets. So, yeah, the creative, okay, that shit ain't going nowhere right now. I'm through with it. And she was just like, how the fuck you gonna tell me you through with the creative? I guess maybe that's the name of their production company or something. And she was just like, bitch, I'm the one that made you this fucking money, okay? Because, well, maybe not, y'all. But what exactly does Tony have on his resume? Okay, he might be out there in the music world. One of y'all, if y'all know it, let me know, okay? Because as of now, I only know of Kalina when she was in Dirty Money. But anyway, they get into this big old heated argument. She throw the damn plate down and the food go all everywhere. I was just like, oh, you know, wasted the food. Rocky love to eat, y'all. Don't be wasting the food now. So, fast forward, it's the opening night of the club. We get our only one viewing, one sighting of Jocelyn this whole show, okay? And that's when she's singing Stingy with my cootie cat. And I was actually kind of relieved that they didn't show Jocelyn, because I'm telling you guys, when I have to do a Jocelyn impersonation, it adds about 45 minutes to my fucking time in this car, okay? Trying to get the accent right. And then when I be editing this shit, it all sound the same. I done said it about 20 times. It'll be like, what the fuck I done sat there and said it that many times for? It ain't nothing different. But after they, you know, her and Stevie J performs, Kalina's having a separate conversation with Rashida, and Tony is having a separate conversation with Stevie J. He's telling his side to Stevie J, which is, you know, I'm just really trying to get out here and make the money, and Kalina's giving me grief about not being there and managing her, but really ain't shit going on there, and I really need to make this, you know, make this wet, okay? You know, Stevie was like, I know about the wet. I ain't gonna say it no more, y'all. Sorry. So, Stevie J was just like, man, you can't be getting home at 10 in the morning. I mean, you know, I want you to win. I know how it is. You hungry. You trying to make it happen. Your woman don't believe you and all that. You know, I got the same kind of troubles myself. And on the reverse side, we got Kalina telling Rashida, like, you know, I'm really trying to make it happen. I'm trying to keep my marriage together. I'm trying to keep my career together. I just had this baby. You know, I'm just really stressed out. My fucking emotions is everywhere. Goddamn, my hormones is out of whack. This nigga can't bring his motherfucking 9-fingered asshole. I know I shouldn't say that, y'all. I know I got the fucked up thumb too. She was just like, he can't come home, and you know, she's starting to cry and breaking down. Rashida was just like, no, what you need to do is talk to Deb Adney, because Deb Adney helped Rashida and Kirk. Okay, yeah, I know the nigga was fucking around with some woman at some cabin, and you know, he didn't believe that he was the father of the baby, and then he took $30,000 of our money, and you know, he went and got a secret apartment, and you know, he got this old bullshit disrespectful ass artist and everything, but you know, that ain't nothing that we can't handle. So Kalina was just like, oh, you really think I should go talk to him? And Rashida was just like, honey, if she helped us, then she'll help you. And honey, I'm telling you right now, if Kalina and Tony is about to take the fucking sell out the relationship route that Rashida and Kirk took, I'm just gonna be so through. I'm gonna be through. Although I can't blame them, because look at what has gotten Rashida and Kirk. They've been on the show ever since all that fucking malarkey started up. Okay, ain't nobody believing it, but you know, we getting entertainment out of it. Hey, I guess that's what the fuck it's supposed to be. But yeah, you got, what y'all think? Y'all think Kalina and Tony is about to jump the shark? Alright, you guys, so ever since Baby Knees and put Jock's motherfucking ass out, you know, he been staying with Cena. Because I guess let him tell it, he ain't got nowhere else to go. I promise you, I can't understand that somebody was just on the fucking Forbes list less than 10 years ago. What is going on here? Is this just for show? This is like a serious question now. Is it just for show that Jock is down on his luck and ain't got no fucking money? Or did he squander away all his money? What the fuck is going on here, y'all? I'm confused. But anyways, back to the show. So Cena was just like, you know what, Jock? You need to stop faking the funk. This is your happy place. You love to be here with me and the kids. You happy being here with us. And besides, what is it that Baby Knees got that I don't got? Okay, well, let's see, you guys. So Baby Knees has more money than Cena. Baby Knees doesn't have any children with young Jock. And, Baby Knees has titties on both sides of her ribcage. That motherfucking titties be all the way over here. I said, well, oh, look at, I'm sweating, y'all. Well, all this got to be just open. Boy, they know they be fucking up some titties out here in Atlanta. Do you know how special side ribcage titties are, Cena? Oh, shit. Jock come up with some shit about him loving, you know, Baby Knees and Cena. She was just like, whatever, you can go somewhere with that shit, nigga. What you need to do is man up and be the responsible adult and father of your children and come on back here, you know, be with us. Oh yeah, because he's already proven that he's done so with 4 baby mamas and 8 children, 4 of which are all the same age. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of here. And then later on, you guys, Jock meet up with Baby Knees because she done called him over to the house. We need to discuss a few things. I'm having all these strange cravings. I can't get my body together. Can't sleep at night. And he was just like, what you trying to tell me? And she was just like, I think we need to take a pregnancy test. And I was just like, oh. Now look, ain't none of these women that Jock is fucking around with got any smarts, really. Well, I can't say the first mama and the third mama, but you know, from Jock's track record, you know, I don't understand why any of them is still fucking around with him like that. I thought that Baby Knees had just a tad bit more sense. Even if you love the niggas dirty draws, I know you ain't trying to add to the trough kids that Jock has already. Why would you pick a man like this? I don't give a fuck if you love him, okay? Just certain things we need to keep in mind, and I swear I thought that Baby Knees had a little bit of sense considering she was a successful businesswoman. But you know what? We gonna talk about Mimi in a second, and that will give you proof right there that the motherfucking business acumen ain't got shit to do with the decisions you make when it's a man and some dick involved. Okay, so she take the damn test. Once she shows him the little stick, you know, she's not pregnant. Okay, Jock wanna do the fucking "you are not the father" dance in the middle of her living room, but you know, he was just like, okay. Let me act like I got some fucking sense up in here. And then here go Baby Knees with the woulda, shoulda, coulda. You know, what if I was pregnant? What would you want? You know, Jock is trying to make sure he answered the question right, you know, without offending her and everything. And Jock was just like, well, you know, I'm not really trying to have no more damn kids. And I'm not trying to really have kids out of wedlock. And then here go Baby Knees with the constriction. I want a man to marry me because of me, not because of no baby. I was just like, oh. Okay, so I guess you know what? Baby Knees say that she has kicked young Jock to the curb. We'll see how long this lasts. So surprise, surprise, you guys. Mimi has come clean about this sex tape, and she has admitted to everything, okay? Starting from the planning of the sex tape all the way to getting it to Vivid, and even going along with Nico with, playing the victim, and he be the bad guy, and all of that. It was all orchestrated. Okay, now I want somebody to let fucking Mimi know that we already knew this. And I guess it's just the fact that she's saying it now. People are all but fuck, everybody knew. Well, most of us did. You guys, I wish I could go back into my comments. Some of you guys just argued me down that she didn't do anything on purpose and that she hooked up with this man who took advantage of her, and she was a business person and was successful, and she would be an idiot and a fool to do it, and there's no way she could have done it, and yada yada yada. People are being too hard on me. I mean, I swear. And while I do believe that Nico did take advantage of her with the situation that was going on, because we all know, like Stevie J said, the reason why she did all of this is because of the shit that had gone down with Stevie J and Jocelyn. Mimi was reeling. We watched right on TV how that fucking relationship fell apart, and I'm sure Mimi didn't think that she was going to lose her man to this stripper. Jocelyn was a street person and all that, and Mimi just couldn't believe it. You guys, that fucked her head up. So she made this bad decision, and I still can't get why she didn't ever see that it was going to be a bad decision that was going to follow her for a long time, at least as long as she's on this show. Okay, and at least as long as she's relevant, there is always going to be talk about that sex tape. Like I just said, I don't care how much book sense you have or business sense you have. When it comes to a man, you just can make some old stupid ass decisions. Mimi tells Stevie J, I'm tired of all the threats, the lies, the gossip, the sex tape. This shit has to stop once and for all. The real reason why she called Stevie J over to tell him everything is because the shit was fixing to come out anyway. Her team got with her and was just like, look, we got to get ahead of this. We didn't watch enough Scandal to know is if you put your own dirt out, then people can't really use that shit against you because you already said it. But I like the way that Mimi is trying to make it seem like we, the audience, are at fault for hounding her for the truth, okay? And like, we the ones that's really doing some shit to her. I'm just like, girl, okay, whichever way you got to handle it, fine, boo. But I'm just saying that we would have been past all this shit if you would have just admitted to the shit last year and a half ago, okay? Because if the end result is what? People are still saying the same things about you. That you're stupid, that you're dumb, that you make bad decisions. And you made that pain and worry and stress go on for a long time, longer than it needed to. Okay, because if you would have did it back then, honey, we'd have been through, we'd have been past this scandal and on to something else. And so after she talks to Stevie J, he is, he don't kick her while she's down. Okay, this is the mother of his child. So he's just like, look, you made a bad decision. I'm not fixing to get wrapped up in no pity party with you. I'm just saying, I hope that you learn something from this. Okay, how are we gonna fix this for our daughter? This is some shit that she is going to have to deal with eventually, and that is very real. It will be a moment when she's got to have a real discussion with her daughter. It was cool that Stevie J was there. I swear, you guys, I know you guys don't feel it, but I just be looking at them like, wow, now that he is kind of getting himself back together, and Mimi then finally came clean with this shit, maybe we could start a new chapter. But I know y'all just like, no, that's Stevie J and Jocelyn for life. But you can't ignore that after she finished talking to him, you could tell visibly that the weight had been lifted off of her shoulders, or she doesn't have anybody else to answer to. Okay, she really doesn't per se have to answer to Stevie J just because he's the father of her child. He's still not the boss of her. But she doesn't have her mother and father anymore. And, Mimi still loves Stevie J. She still wants his approval. She still wants to know that he's in her corner. And when he lets her know that he is, she's very relieved. She's very happy. Okay, and now she kind of feels like she can tackle the world. Okay, rah, Mimi. So, now that she's gotten Stevie J's approval, now she's got to move on to Ariane. Ariane is at House of Margot's art show, you guys. Side note, I did go on Margot's website, you guys, and Margot is dope. I just, you know, as much as I just be trying to have an issue with her, and she is dramatic, and she do be putting it on, and she is acting and all of that, but just something about her, I just like her. And when I was on her website and I was listening to her music, looking at her artwork, she just is artsy, but not one of those superficial, fake, deep kind of people that, you know, I can't stand. Like, I feel like it's authentic with her, and I was just like, this girl is dope. I just hope that she really gets rid of or stops fooling with, I mean, I don't know what she gonna do about Nico, okay? But yeah, I like Margot. But getting back to the show, so she's having this art show. She's got Ariane there. Ariane is, you know, they got the models painted. You know, they're naked and probably with a little panty on, but they're naked and they have their bodies painted or whatever. And, you know, Margot and Ariane, they having a good conversation. In walks Nico, and Ariane was just like, I forgot that this bitch was married to this nigga. Nico come in, and he's not his normal, regular self, okay? He's not the asshole Nico that he could usually be. He's just like, oh, I'm just dropping some shit off. You know, hey, Ariane, how you doing? She's just sort of like... He's like, I might be back, baby, you know, but I got some shit that I need to do, so let me get on up out of here, okay? So, you know, Ariane's like, thank God he's gone. And Margot's just like, I don't know why you have such a problem with Nico. You don't know nothing about him. Ariane was just like, well, you don't know nothing about Mimi either, and you have a problem with her. So, you know, touche. The art show gets going, you know, and they got a good crowd there, and Margot's working the room, and Ariane is up on the stage and whatever, showing her art on her body. And in walks Miss Mimi. Okay, and Mimi's got that, you know, my man told me that I can conquer the world kind of walk behind her. When Ariane told me she was working with Margot, I threw her ass out of my house. But everything's changed now, and I need to talk to my friend. And I couldn't think of a better place to track her down than at Margot's art show. Oh, okay, I guess because a fucking cell phone would be so much more confrontational, Mimi. So she says that she owes Ariane an apology for lying and this, that, and the other. So she walks in, and Ariane is just like, oh, my boo-boo is here. Thank you so much. I knew you would come. She gives her a hug. Look, you ain't here for no bullshit, are you? And then, you know, Mimi's just like, no, I knew I threw you out and everything, but I just wanted to come down here and yada, 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 y'all, okay? Margot's just like, oh, I hope this bitch ain't fixing to come in here and turn up at my damn art show, okay? I want her to act classy, although I know it's hard for that bitch. So she walks up to Mimi and was just like, oh, it's surprising to see you here. Did you make a wrong turn somewhere? And, you know, Mimi was just like, no, I want to talk to you for a second. She pulls her over to the side, and again, Mimi comes clean. Look, all of this we planned from the beginning to the end, all the way to me being the victim and Nico telling me that it's okay, he can play the villain, I be the victim. We act like, yeah, you know, I didn't know anything, and yeah, that's it, you know. And I guess Mimi thought she was about to get a stance of solidarity from Margot, and Margot was just like, yeah, bitch, but you just told me last week that you didn't know nothing about all of that, okay, and that it was all planned by Nico. And Mimi was just like, yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you today is that I lied. And she was just like, yeah, bitch, you a liar. That's what the fuck you are, okay? I'm really having a hard time with this. Okay, now, in the meantime, Ariane is standing in the background listening like, the fuck? You been lying all this fucking time? I was just like, now why the fuck don't Ariane know this? Bitch, we all knew that that shit wasn't true, but I guess when you be trying to be there for your friends, okay, you know they full of shit. When it looked like the conversation is fixing to go wrong, Ariane comes over there and is just like, all right, you know, she steps in between them, and you know, Margot starts to put her hand in her face like this, and you know, Mimi was just like, get your hand. But, you know, she was just like, you're acting like a child, and Margot's like, you're older than me, and she was just like, I know, and you're acting like it. So, you know, Mimi, you know, she does her famous, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. So she's walking out, and here in comes Ariane running out there like, Mimi, hold on, let me talk to you. What the fuck is going on here? You know what, Ariane? I'm sick and tired of this fucking asshole having something to hold over my head. And no more. Did I do the sex tape with him? Yes, I did. I covered and I lied and I deceived my friends. I did all that. And if you're mad at me and don't want to fuck with me no more, I get it. But guess what? There go that question again. I can't take that shit no more, and I'm gonna speak my truth. Ariane was just like, I just been asking you for a year and a half to tell me the truth, because for whatever reason, Ariane didn't know what the fucking rest of the world knew. And y'all, they right up in each other's face like that, you know, and she was just like, you can't tell me when I can give my truth. I did that shit tonight, but you didn't have to do it by yourself. What did you think was gonna happen? And I was just like, if these motherfuckers don't stop being up in each other's face like this, I'm just waiting for somebody to fucking stick their tongue out and start kissing. I wish that maybe an area would fucking get it over with. Like, you know, it's all this fucking pent up anger and passion and emotion to say, bitch, y'all get on and get fucking and get to it and get this shit out the way so everybody can move on with their goddamn life. So, you know, me was just like, well, I did what I did. I did that. And I'm done with it. And Ariane was just like, fine then, bitch, go. Okay, I was just like, how the fuck Mimi gonna out mad? You know, with them friends that just out mad you, they the wrong one. But they madder than you when you call the shit on them. It's like they coping mechanism or some shit. It's just like, bitch, you the one that's fucked up. Yet and still, you trying to be real mad at me, baby. That ain't how it works. That made me was mad as fuck. She was all puffed and swole up. I was like, bitch, bring that shit down. We all trying to come to some realizations right here. Gonna take a few minutes. And then y'all back to Margot. So Margot, you know, she tells us that even though she's been all over Mimi to tell the truth, you know, she had to deal with some shit in her own life, okay? She had to deal with her own self problems, okay? So she was just like, yeah, let me go talk to Nico. And long story short, you guys, she was just like, I know when I cheated, it hurted. It hurt you. I'm sorry. I know that it set off a chain of events. Nico was just like, you know what, I'm glad you said that. I needed to hear it, you know, because when you did that, it did break me and it made me a different person. I was angry and all that. So look, I guess what we trying to say now is Mimi fucked Nico to get back at Stevie J, and Nico fucked Mimi to get back at Margot. Look, if that's what it is, then fine. I ain't got time to be figured out if motherfuckers is lying, if they making up new stories, even though this sounds like this could be a little bit of the truth. But I ain't got time to be caring, okay? If that's the storyline we going with, we gonna roll with that. Then when Nico says, well, you here in Atlanta, we're married, and what do you want to do next? And, you know, Margot was just like, I want to break up. And that nigga was just like, I thought we was gonna work this whole thing out. She's crying, just like, we're so toxic for each other. I love you so much, but we just don't work, and we fight and we argue. This is the part when I was telling you she be doing the most. But yet and still, you know, she's just like, no, this shit ain't gonna work, honey. Quiet as it's kept. I thought the motherfuckers was separated already, but we gonna re-separate the separation. So I guess Margot and Nico is a no-go. Maybe this is the separation that we've been looking for, you guys. And lastly, Scrappy goes to talk to Ernest because, you know, Scrappy's whole thing is, look, if I can get over the fact that, you know, Ernest stole from me, then everybody else should be able to get over that shit. But Jasmine, you guys know Jasmine is having a problem with all of this. Ernest was like, you guys was lil when I met your mom. So, you know, it's time to move on. And he's willing to do whatever it takes for Jasmine and Scrappy to be comfortable with him being back with Mama D. I'm gonna step my game up, you know. And Scrappy was just like, what you mean by that? I'm thinking about asking her to marry me. Scrappy with his country ass was like, well, I don't know if these people supposed to be getting married, but look, if you guys like it, I love it, okay? I'm just glad that you taking my mama off my fucking shoulders, okay? So I can move on with my life. Alright, now we at church, y'all. We got 2 Chainz doubling as the minister of music. He's the choir director. He's singing with all his heart. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I lay my burdens down, everybody clap your hands. I was like, oh, y'all don't get us about to be shouting up in here, 2 Chainz. And then, y'all, we had Mike Epps as the boss. I said, Mona, bitch, if you wasn't getting 2 for 1 tonight, you went and got 2 heavy hitters for this damn show tonight. All I'm saying is you wasn't going to get 2 Chainz and Mike Epps and them 2 in the same room at the same time. Anyway, Pastor Epps up there and he say, look, anybody out there got a testimony, y'all? And Ernest was like, you know what, I sure do. He put that finger up, you know, the church finger. He goes up there, Mama D like, what you finna do? You know, when your friends about to go get their life to God, you be a little worried because they been in the streets too much and they get up there and they be saying shit that's inappropriate for church, but you just be like, let Lord use you because, you know. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, Ernest, he prepared. Now, he like, Mona, I got these lines together. And y'all, Ernest looking good, too. I was like, all right, Ernest clean up well. You know, he kind of prison swole a little bit. You know, he was looking real nice in his sweater. Ernest say, first giving honor to God and my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. You know, 7 years ago, he met this wonderful woman. I was like, I thought it was longer than that. But you know, we ain't got time to be nitpicking at dates. It's all right, Mona, we got it. He said he was a mess a while ago, but he met this wonderful woman and, you know, she just changed his life. He wants to bring her up there for everybody to see. Mama D, come on up. D, baby, I know I gave you this promissory ring and I sat back and I watched you and you wore it with pride. So it made me step my game up and it made me seek out something that's really nice for you. He get down on his knees, y'all, and he like, baby, will you marry me? And y'all, Mama D is just like, oh, you know, she's verklempt, y'all. She's just like, of course, baby, I will remarry you. Okay, she get on down there, she give him a hug. I was just like, oh, y'all, look at when the hood gets some love. Y'all, they hugging and they all in love and everything, and then all of a sudden, here come the music from the background. You know, the choir is playing the music for I Deserve. Mona, you bitch! Don't tell me you had them damn people up there Thursday night trying to learn some fucking I Deserve when they supposed to be learning leaning on his everlasting arm. Oh my God, y'all, when they started playing that damn song, I said, Lord have mercy. And D was just like, they playing my song. I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit, okay? Cause y'all can't take too much of this right here. I thought a mother's kind of love was supposed to be from heaven above. Whoever knew that I Deserve was gonna be a damn gospel song, y'all? Won't he do it? She denied, and you're the reason why I dedicate my life. Come on, choir, sing. I deserve to be. Just like y'all is doing the absolute most. But all right, I deserve. Y'all was waiting for that music to come in like, cause she done turned around and gave, you know, Pastor Epps back the damn microphone and went on back to her seat like she did something, okay? And then here come old Sister Juanita, always got to be fucking grandstanding and showboating when she get the fucking microphone. I deserve. Oh, I deserve. You deserve. I deserve. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh. They was tripping. Alright, you guys, that's it. Let me get off of here. I'm just sweating and shit. Do I have sweat stains under my arm? Anyway, you guys, make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar, you guys. My next video, I swear I'm going to have a conversation with you guys about the blackout. It is coming, and I have quite a bit of information to get to you guys. So, yeah, next video, for sure. But that's it. Make sure that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.